Hola, good morning, everybody. I've been on a little bit more lately because my Yankees are not in the game anymore right now. We're off till next season, but basically, I want to talk about one specific subject, and that's you've been probably reading on Facebook and other social media things that they're coming out with headlines like, you won't be able to do IPTV, the live cable. That's what it's called, IPTV. You won't be able to do all these apps to watch movies and television shows and all of that stuff. It's going to stop. There's been a few people who have written me asking about it. And they make those headlines for sensationalism and, to get people's interest. And then they want you to share it, and then it goes around. And that's why a lot of these people put like memes and things that aren't true, or they put that somebody died and they didn't die. They want to see how far it goes. They want to see how far something that they created goes. And if people created something here in San Antonio and it goes all the way to England, they get a kick out of that. So the headlines are half true, half true. They're never going to stop IPTV. They're never going to stop all these apps. As long as there's internet and Wi-Fi, there's a way to do it. As long as as long as there's Wi-Fi. In England and a lot of Europe, it's illegal. Here in America, it's not. It's frowned upon, but it's not illegal. But with the people who are making billions of dollars, in the movie industry, wanting to shut it down because I guess a billion isn't enough. They want to make more than that. So they claim that we're taking away their money. So if eventually it gets passed in Congress and all that, but there's no such legislation out there right now. But the reason it's half true is because Firestick just came out with Amazon just came out with a new Fire Stick that is just released yesterday. So they had sent this to me, and I've been playing with it for a day or two. This is the latest one, the Fire Stick, the Fire TV Stick 4K Select. That's the most important part to it, the word select. And the reason this is important is because this is what they're going to start selling, which they're right. You can't load that stuff on there. There's no way. You can't jailbreak it as of right now. You can't. I think that once they realize that nobody's buying this, they'll probably change their mind. And then they're going to come out with a thing that says, well, if you want to jailbreak it, you could do this. You could do this, you could do that. So for right now, and who knows how long, the new Fire Sticks, and they just came out yesterday, will no longer be able to do the jailbreaking and loading up the IPTV and the cable and all those apps. So what does that mean to you? That means probably the prices of these things are going to go up. Not through Amazon, but through people who resell them, who build them, who program them, who do what I do. They're probably going to go up, the prices. So let's say, for example, if you were paying $100 for this stick, all programmed, you could be paying $25, $50 more. Who knows? Because whatever is available that's left is being bought up, it's being hoarded, because this Fire Stick here is the only one that will stop you. This has a new operating system on it, so it's much different than the other one, although it looks the same. If you go in there, you're going to see the font's a little bit different, but it's exactly the same. But it's a different operating system, and with this operating system, it doesn't allow you to do that. It doesn't allow you to jailbreak it. But the older ones, they can't do anything about. They can't lock it down. They're already out. So whatever's left out there, people are gonna, if they haven't already bought them out. So more than likely, the price is gonna go up on that. So what do we do if we can't use a Fire Stick? Well, there's other things out there. There's the NVIDIA Shield. Of course, it's more pricier. Without me even touching it, it's going to cost $225. That's buying it from Best Buy or from NVIDIA themselves or Amazon. It's $199 or something like that plus tax. So it's like $219 plus tax. I mean, $219 with the tax. So that's kind of pricey, but that's the Cadillac of streaming devices. That's the very best. Then we also got the Google Stream, which I talked about maybe about a year ago, that I really like, and I own one. I have one in my kitchen. I use it every day. I love it. It's like a NVIDIA Shield, but it's $99, and it's really good. Then they have those, they call them the Chinese boxes. And no disrespect against the race or anything, but they call them that because they come from China. And they're very cheap. And the problem with those is that, like, Amazon provides the updates for the Fire Stick. So that's why the Fire Sticks last so long. That's why they last 4 years. But these boxes from China, there's nobody providing updates for the box itself. So they last, a year, working really great, maybe 2 years, but that's about it. So you paid $50 to $75 for this box, and it lasts a year or two. It's because they don't provide updates for them. I'm not talking about the updates for the apps. I'm talking about the updates to continue to make that box work. Amazon provides that for the Fire Sticks. That's why it works for such a long time. So there's going to be other things out there, even if there's no more of those Fire Sticks to be sold or and all there is this new one here that won't let you update. There's other things out there. There's a lot of other things out there. So are we concerned? No, not really. Not really. We'll figure it out. We always do. We've been around for, I always tell people it's almost 10 years, but it's like 8 years, I think. And there's been times where we've been down for a day, 2 days. The worst it's ever been is we were down for a week. But we always come back. We always come back. We're the only ones that have been out there this long. Nobody else in South Texas definitely has been around this long doing it. So we will continue. We will press on. We'll figure it out. So not to worry about anything right now, especially if you just bought a Fire Stick. Now, if your Fire Stick, look at the remote. If it doesn't have any color on it, it's just basically black and white. That thing is probably 4 years old or older. This is the time to update right now. This is the time to buy yourself a new Fire Stick. Because if they don't sell them anymore, if they run out of them, you're working with something that's just going to get older and older, and now it's not going to work because it's old. So if you have an old Fire Stick, it's time to buy a new one before it's too late. All right, guys, because like I said, the price is going to go up. It's supply and demand. There's no more supply, so you're going to demand it, and the price is going to go up. That's just how it's going to be. All right, guys, get a hold of me. If you need a new Fire Stick right now, I'm not jacking up the price. For me, I don't see a reason for it. I'm a consumer too. I don't like people just jacking up prices on me, but that's what's going to happen. I know it. That's what's going to happen. So be prepared. If your Fire Stick doesn't have the Netflix and the Disney, if your remote doesn't have it, and it's just black and white, it's old. You need to get a new one. And do it now before the price gets jacked up. All right, guys. Bye-bye.